Before we jump into today's video, I just want to say a huge thank you for the amount of support that's been coming over the recent weeks. It has been literally incredible and I can't thank you enough for it. But just to make sure we keep going on a strong foot, please let me know down in the comments exactly what you guys want to see. We've had quite a few recommendations so far and I've got them all in the lists ready to come, so don't worry. If you've suggested anything down in the comments, I've taken note of it and we're definitely going to get started. But today, if you've enjoyed the football trading stuff we've been doing over on Betfair, do not worry, that is still going on. We've got more videos about that coming out even this week on this Thursday, so do not worry. We're definitely going to keep exploring that, and then we're going to do that video at the end to see how much we can make in a week. But if you are completely new to the channel and you've joined just because of this video, then also go back and check them out because they are pretty good, if I do say so myself. But today, as you can tell from the title, we are going to be exploring user testing. I've done user testing for the last week. I'm going to share with you guys some tips to get some more tests. As well as that, I'm going to tell you guys how much I earned over the week and how much time I've spent doing it. So just to start off, I'm going to go straight over how much money I made, just because I know some people, that's all they want to know. And to be honest, I hate it if that's all you want to know. I hate going to a video and having to wait all the way to the end to see how much they made. So we're just going to get straight in on it. On the Sunday of last week, I applied for user testing. They sent an email which basically told you what you have to do. We'll get into that in just a second, but obviously we're going to talk about the money first, the most important thing. So they sent that email on the Sunday. On the Monday, I then did a test, which is basically you do an example of the tests that they want you to do, and then they rate it, make sure that you can actually do what they want you to do before they allow you to start taking tests on the website. So I did that on the Monday, and by the Tuesday morning I was approved. So on the Tuesday I just got straight at it. As you guys know, or some of you guys will know, I have two monitors. So what I did was I put up on my second monitor the user testing page, and basically it gives you a little ding every time there is a test to do. So every time a test came up, I would see to make sure I was fitting the requirements for that test. If I was, I'd then do it. And I pretty much did that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday. Thursday and Friday I've joined together because I only did 2 tests on the Thursday, so I'm not classing that as a full day because I didn't work for the full day on it. I had other stuff to do, so technically I've only really done 3 days worth of work on here, but you'll still see we made some good money doing it. So on the Tuesday, I did 4 tests. For those who don't know, you get $10 for every test you do. So I made $40 on the Tuesday. On the Wednesday, we kicked it up a bit and we did 7 tests, which is $70. On the Thursday, like I said, I only did the 1 test, so I only got $10, but I did also do another test where there was an issue with it. I signed up, fit the requirements perfectly, started doing it, and they wanted me to pay whilst on the test. They wanted me to buy something. Obviously that breaks the terms of service, so I was already 5-10 minutes into the test at that point, and I basically just said I'm not going to do that. I don't feel comfortable buying something because then I'm not actually making money. So I reported the test. User testing came back to me literally the next day and said, you're right, you didn't need to pay there, they made a mistake. So then they literally reimbursed me for that. They paid me $7 because I hadn't done the whole test, so I didn't get the whole $10, but I got the $7 for it. So on the Thursday I made $17, and then on the Friday I did another day's worth of 4 tests, so another $40. So those of you who are quick at maths and can see hopefully along the side if I've bothered to edit this video very well, but I've made $167 over the course of them 3 days. Now I worked out how much time I've spent on it as well. I've done some maths over here on my little notebook. Let me just get this in front of me. I spent roughly 20 minutes on each test. Some took more, some took less. So I've averaged it out to be 20 minutes. So 20 minutes for them 16 tests is 320 minutes, which is around about 5.3 hours, which isn't that bad. So 5.3 hours basically means, in a nutshell, doing this, if you do it all day, every day, you earn $31.50 an hour, which is an incredible wage. Incredible. So it's a great start off. If you really think about it, I only did it for 3 days. So essentially, if I was to do this every single day, it works out to being around $55.67 an hour, not an hour, sorry, a day worth of work, which is obviously a bit less than that hourly wage that I was just quoting you at, but $55 a day is still pretty good wage, especially for not very much work. It is a total a month of around about just over $1,000, which is really good when that is only including 9 hours worth of work a week. 9 hours worth of work a week is something you could easily do just on a night time during the week. So it's really not that bad. And to especially earn over £1,000 or $1,000, that is really good. So I am going to talk you through the website in just a bit, but if you just wanted to know about the money, there you go. I've told you it now, so you can click off, do whatever you want. But before you click off, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button while you're at it if you haven't already, because it does make a big difference. But that is not that bad. 9 hours a week, and it'll get you over $1,000 a month. I mean, that goes without saying that it's fairly self-explanatory. For those of you who are new to the channel, what we do at the end of each month is we do a roundup of the finances. Every month, at the start of the month, so maybe on the 1st or the Monday after the 1st or the Thursday after the 1st, whenever it may be, I will go through and break down how much money I earned during that month. I don't leave anything out. Every single thing I earn money off, I tell you guys about it. Even if I've made a loss, I'll tell you about it too. So when you see on them videos from now on how much money I make a month from doing user testing, you'll understand why I am telling you all to go do it. Not all of you, because then there won't be tests for all of us, but just a few of you. Go ahead, sign up, and I can promise you won't regret it. It's a guaranteed way to make the money. I haven't received a payout as of yet, because if you're wondering how you get paid, the money goes to your PayPal account 7 days after you've completed the test. So exactly a week to the minute of you completing a test, you get that $10 in your PayPal account. And obviously, with me recording this on the Monday, it doesn't make any sense that I would have any money yet, because obviously I start doing my tests on the Tuesday. But if anything changes or updates, I'll let you know down in the comments. So if I suddenly don't get paid, although I am pretty sure I will, but if I don't, I'll let you know down in the comments. So now we're going to get in the next bit. Next bit of this video is going to be me telling you what user testing actually is, what you actually have to do, and how hard it is. And then we'll finish off with some quick tips on how you can try and maximize your profit. So as you can see here behind me, this is the website. This is the user testing website. At the moment, I've got this open on the available tests page. This is what I have open all the time. I have this on my second monitor, and whenever a test becomes available, it pops up here. I'd recommend downloading the app on your phone as well, and if you've got a tablet even, on there as well, but only if there's separate operating systems, because you want to try and get as many open as possible. I've got an Android phone somewhere around here, and I use both that, my Apple iPhone, which is using to record my webcam here, and then my computer. So I cover every operating system that they require, which is exactly what you want to try and cover. It will come up on here, so don't worry, but it will come up on here telling you if there's one available for either an iOS device or an Android device. It won't tell you if you qualify, you just have to open up the app on your phone or tablet and then see if you qualify that way. But the sign up process is really simple. You're going to sign up, put in your email address, do a little quick tutorial. They will then let you go through the example test. And all you do for a test, this is the same for every single one of them, you will get a bundle of tasks that will appear in the top right of your browser. It will direct you to a link of some sort, sometimes even just a survey. You need a microphone, sometimes you need a webcam, not all the time, but you always need a microphone. And the point of these tests are, you'll get given a task to do. So for example, let's say we are on the user testing website like we are now. A task might pop up in the top right and it might say, you are a new user to this website, how would you go about changing your password? And then you'll look at the website and you'll talk through your thoughts. So if you were doing this as a real test, you'd be sat here going, well, if I was a new user and this was the page I could see, if I wanted to change my password, I'm guessing I could go over to my profile and change it on there. Or I'm guessing I could go up to the account section up here, go to possibly settings and then change my password that way. And that's all you do. You just speak your thoughts out loud. There's no right or wrong answer. You'd then go to the next task and so on. There's normally about 5 to 10 tasks depending on if they're short or long. If they're long, there'll be less. If they're short, there'll be more. You get the idea. And it's fairly simple just like that. And that is literally all you do. You might get an app where it's literally asking you to play the game and talk about your thoughts. It's simple as anything. So what you'll do once you've signed up is you'll do an initial test version of that. You'll do one that UserTesting have made themselves, probably around the UserTesting website or just a general like Google or something like that. They'll get you to do that as a test. Be as thorough as you can with that. Spend even more time doing that than you will actually on the tests, just to make sure you get approved onto the platform. You don't want to get kicked off before it's even started. So definitely spend as much time as you can doing that. And to be honest, I've been as thorough as I can with every single test, spending as much time as I possibly can on all of them. And they still will take less than half an hour. So $10, less than half an hour's worth of work. It's still worth it. And you need to get ratings in, because after every test, the company you've done the test for has the option to rate you out of 5. They can choose not to rate you at all, which is fine. That doesn't impact your rating, and you'll still get the $10. They can then rate you out of 5 if they choose to, though. And if you have a 5-star rating, your rating is done as an average over the last 12 rated tests. So even if you do one test, your first test, and it gets a 5-star review, and then you do 50 tests after that don't get rated, you'll still have a 5-star average review. It's perfectly fine for that to happen. But what will happen is you'll get your rating, and the higher your rating in general, the more tests you'll get. So for the first few tests you do, try and make them perfect. No faults at all, just so that you can try and get them first few 5-star reviews, and then you'll start getting a lot more tests through. It's one of the best things to do, because even a 4-star review might dent how many tests you're going to get sent, so just keep that in mind. But you might be thinking, what if a website comes up and they're asking for my opinion, and I honestly think the website is bad? And then you talk about how the website's bad, how it could be improved, stuff like that. Remember to always make your criticism constructive. Or don't just tell them something's wrong, tell them how you'd prefer it, just so that it helps them out. If you do that, you will not get voted down for it, because you're just giving your feedback. But then if, let's say for example, one of the companies is just in a bad mood and they give you a 1-star review, don't worry. 1 and 2-star reviews get automatically checked. You will get a user from UserTesting, one of the admin staff, will review the footage, review your work, and then either decide whether or not the 1 or 2-star was fitting, or whether it was completely out of order. If it was out of order, it doesn't matter. It'll get wiped off your record. So don't worry, as long as you do the best you can in these, you've got nothing to worry about. You should be fine. I was hoping during this time at least one test would pop up. I obviously wouldn't be able to show you the test, but I would show you how you'd qualify for it and stuff. But clearly it hasn't. If a test comes up and you qualify, you then have 15 minutes before you have to start it. So you can queue one up, for example. You can get one clicked, go out the toilet, do whatever you want, come back. As long as you get started with it within the 15 minutes, you should be fine. But as far as I'm concerned, I think that basically covers everything about the site. If you get stuck while you're on here, there's a help centre, which has loads of information and loads of lessons you can do. So you can do all these first if you wanted to, just to make sure that you're 100% ready. There's your completed tests section over there, which gives you your ratings and has basically every test. There we go. So there's a test popped up now. You can see it's $10 on an iOS or Android smartphone. So I then go on the app and check to see if I qualify. It's as simple as that. You do tend to get more during the days of the week, I'd say, rather than at the weekend. But just keep that in mind, because it is just a business publishing this. They are more likely to be working throughout the week. So just a few other things to note. There is different variations of tests out there. You will get some that are shorter, some that are longer. If one is going to be a lot longer, you will get paid more. It will show up here. So for example, on the UserTesting site we saw before, there's one for $10. That will be a one that will take on average 15 to 25 minutes. You got one here that's $4. Again, this one's only going to take around about 5 minutes to do, so they're normally quite good and quick. I've saw a few of these pop up, but then there is also some additional tests that take between 45 and 60 minutes, where you'll get paid $30 or more than $30 in some cases, which I haven't saw any of them yet. I've saw the shorter ones, but not the longer ones. But you will get a different variety, but everything will be detailed to you and shown you on this page. Quick little update on how you can get more tests. literally keep the page open. From what I've read online from people who work for user testing, they prioritize people who have the web page open because they know they are going to see the test and be able to do it quicker. So even if it's just in the background on a different tab of your browser, in a background window even, you'll still be able to hear the ding go off when there's a test available. So make sure that you've got it open, and then you'll get a few more tests to do. In terms of the ding, sometimes it'll come, sometimes it won't. It's just a bug. It's always been like that. I don't think they're going to fix it. So if you've got two monitors, try and keep one open with this on. If not, don't worry about it. Just look out for the ding and you'll get a few a day. And one final little bit of information then, you will notice if you go over on the top right hand side, you can see what your current rating is. So you can see here I've got my current rating and I've got my payment pending. I have blurred out the name at the top. I hope I have anyway, just because I don't want anyone getting annoyed at me or something and just putting in a false review or anything like that. I don't know, something could happen. I've just blurred it out just in case. You never know what happens on the internet these days. But you can see my current rating and my payments that are pending there. I've done another test today, that's why it's gone from 167 to 177, and I wasn't going to include that in the week-long little process because I'd already done all the maths behind it. But I've got a 5-star current rating there. If your rating goes down, but on the completed tests page you don't have a rating less than 5, there is something called invisible reviews, where a company will leave a review, a negative review possibly, where they don't want you to see it. They just kind of think you didn't do great and it was because you were kind of half-arsing it, not because you weren't that good. And that way they will just leave an invisible review. It's a very rare. They will definitely tell you what you've done wrong if you get a bad review, but just keep in mind that all your reviews aren't actually public. Some of your reviews might be hidden from even you. So always rely on this rating up here rather than the one that you'll work out yourself. So you can see that not a bad week. Definitely being one of the most profitable things we've done on this channel, up there with Match Betting, I'd say. It's also great because you don't need any money to start with. You just need, even sometimes you can just get started with your phone. Use your phone. If you don't have a microphone, use your phone for like 2 weeks. Wait till you get $30 or something from here and buy a microphone for your computer and then keep going. It's something you can build on. It's definitely a site I'd recommend. We've obviously done survey sites in the past and we made very little on them. But here we've actually made quite a big amount in a relatively short amount of time. So I have really enjoyed this week doing this. I'm going to continue doing it like I said. But if you've got any recommendation of things you want to see coming next on the channel, be sure to let me know down in the comments like I said before. We're going to have a couple days doing ClickWorker. We're going to try sites such as Appen and Lionbridge in the future. We've got our domain back from when we did dropshipping the first time round. So we're going to do some stuff with the domain name, see what we can do with that. Got more football trading stuff coming up over the next few weeks as well. We've got loads of stuff planned out. But if you guys want to let me know down in the comments something you'd like to see, and if you already see something down there that you want to see, be sure to thumbs up that comment and I'll make sure that we prioritise that over the other stuff that's coming up. But I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like if you've enjoyed today's video, and if you're going to enjoy getting some money yourself on UserTesting, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the rest of the stuff that's coming up on the channel in the next few weeks, and I'll see you next time.